Hey, what's up everyone, Snickles here, and in this review, we're going to be looking at Ori and the Blind Forest. I'll be focusing on a few major aspects of the game, namely overview, story, character development, art and music, mechanics and difficulty, how hard is it, replayability, should you play this game more than once, do you keep on coming back to this, negatives, what didn't I like about the game, and the bottom line, should you get this game, or maybe wait until it goes on sale before picking this one up. Now, before we get into it, I do stream 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Snickles1941, and I'd love for everyone to come hang out. There will be a link in the description below, and you can find the text for all of these reviews in my Discord. I'll link that as well. Also, by way of first and final warning, there may or may not be mild spoilers in this review. You have been warned. You are Ori. You are a guardian spirit who fell from the tree as a newborn and were raised by a creature named Naru. Together with Sign, an orb who guides you, you set out to restore the balance of the forest by retrieving the elements of water, wind, and warmth. This balance has been thrown off by Kuro, a giant shadowy owl, whose reason for hostility will eventually become clear. Your main focus is to restore the elements and rid the forest of the infestation that plagues it. I'll just come out and say it. The game makes you feel really conflicted when you see the story unfold and the characters progress. And since there really isn't any speaking throughout the entire game, you just have to watch and try to understand what's going on. As you progress through the game, you begin to understand more of what happened and why the world is the way it is, which, to be fair, only makes you unable to take a side. Personally, I love the aspect of never really having a bad guy, just having a bunch of various characters who are doing what they're doing based on their own experiences. It is a lot truer to real life than having a bad guy who is evil through and through. The art in this game is visually stunning, and the soundtrack sets the tone right from the first time you arrive at the home screen. The somber vocals put the player in a mood that is cohesive with the setting of the game, and the main theme is simple enough to get stuck in your head for days. Trust me, you've been warned. The art of the game is very vivid and color-forward, and you could spend hours and hours playing through various parts of the game just to find the perfect screenshot for your desktop. This is a platform Metroidvania type game. It took me 12 hours to beat the game, although my run was far from 100%. I played this game on mouse and keyboard, I know, I'm sorry, but it may have made it easier. However, the overall gameplay is pretty straightforward, if not downright easy. There were not very many times when I had to replay a level or section of the game more than a couple times, except for the timed runs at the end of dungeons. Not gonna lie, those weren't really my favorite. That is not to say it was boring, just that difficult gameplay was not the main focus of the game. The only real reason you would replay this game would be to try specializing in one of the skill trees. Maybe you're a speedrunner, in which case, that would also be a reason. The only other reason I can think of is just for pure nostalgia. The game is fantastic, but does not have a lot to offer once the game has been completed, so keep that in mind. Alright, so the only real issue I have with the game is the story was a bit shorter than I would have liked. The 12 hours that it took me to beat the game felt very short. I would have liked a longer story, maybe more areas to explore, or different abilities to discover. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Snickles, you just said you didn't 100% the game, and that's true. But I was going through the game and exploring what was readily available to me. Everything else would have had to have been discovered through long hours of exploration, which, to be fair, I'm not very good at in games, so I see the point. One giant reassuring factor in this negativity, however, is that there is a second Ori game out, and that provides much more Ori content for us to all enjoy. Alright, so we've hit the bottom line, summary, whatever you want to call it. I give this game a solid 9 points out of 10. And if this is your style of game, the $20 USD price tag is definitely worth it. However, if you are not so sure about it as I was initially, I would recommend waiting until it goes on sale. The gameplay is strong, the music is great, and the story is compelling. But I understand if people wanted to wait until it comes out at a friendlier price. So that wraps up our review of Ori and the Blind Forest. The game was a blast to play, and I strongly recommend it. Now, this is the first review in a series of reviews based on the games I play on Twitch, so hit that subscribe button, like the video if you want, and if you're feeling really ambitious, turn on that bell so you stay up to date with all of my reviews. But if you don't like waiting for reviews, come visit me at twitch.tv/Snickles1941 and check out what games I'm currently playing. All of the relevant links will be in the description below. And again, thanks for watching and for all the support, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.